Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchert.
Évidemment avec vue sur Notre-Dame, parce qu'évidemment c'est pas assez cliché. Ah. Île de Lord Mortimer, au large des côtes anglaises.
well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchett's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island. The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Do you know Twitch Une affaire à régler. Une affaire à
Lord
régler?
Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island. And only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay what you've done.
Oula, ça fait.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on?
Ah, il est en train de faire un...
Here, take this.
Ah, yes.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Oui, oui, bien sûr, oui. Hémorragie du nez, mais il va bien.
It's
ouais.
getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
À tout à l'heure, Eva
I
Green.
definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Ouais, c'est...
I absolutely need to find your mother.
Ouais. Ouais. Ah, faut monter tout ça, là. Flemme un peu, non? Vous avez pas un ascenseur, plutôt? Vraiment, là? Faut monter tout ça là-haut. Au secours, au secours. Mais, autrement, non. Mais, madame, ah, vous nous attendez? Je peux pas courir? Ah, si.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ah, je peux choisir ma classe. Ah mais oui, c'est vrai qu'on pouvait faire ça. Alors, je peux choisir. Alors, je vais t'aider un petit peu. Hein. Je sais pas s'il y a beaucoup de monde qui ont pris occultiste. Mais j'ai envie d'essayer occultiste. Allez. Ok. Je sens qu'on va devoir subtiliser des trucs. Je sais pas, moi j'aime bien jouer subterfuge. Donc on va prendre subterfuge. Ok. Je vais prendre étiquette parce que c'est trop important là. Trop important. Lisez le comportement des gens comme dans un livre ouvert. Permet des actions et des options de dialogue. Si ça permet des options de dialogue, j'aurais dû tout miser sur psychologie en vrai. Hein. Mais je miserai peut-être plus tard. Allez, je valide.
I have been involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Vaguely.
An ingenious scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey, wasn't there?
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts, creating a terrifying howling sound. So, to stop the howling, the priests called for offerings from the peasants.
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the howling. A perfect trick to fool simple souls.
Admit it, Duchess. That story kept you in suspense, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I'm delighted to find out that you were the young and brilliant French investigator.
For someone who only remembers the case vaguely, your memories are very clear.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine,
Bonjour,
Emily.
Emily.
Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Techniquement, je viens de voir un souvenir, donc je dirais oui. Mais je vais pas prétendre,
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir des détails cachés. Sélectionnez l'élément le plus cohérent avec la situation pour le découvrir. Les opportunités ne consomment pas de points d'effort, il suffit d'avoir débloqué la compétence nécessaire à la situation pour y avoir accès. D'accord.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Oh wow, ok. Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui le rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisé à d'autres. Savoir exploiter cette personnalité est crucial pour mener à bien vos projets. Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront épuisés, tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées vous rendront un point d'effort. Ah! Ah, merde. D'accord. Immunité découverte et vulnérabilité découverte. Putain, faudra que je note ça plus tard. Ça vous permet d'accéder à vos pages de menu. D'accord.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets. Ils donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. En réalisant certaines actions... Ah! Oh, waouh, ça va être chaud. Ok. Donc, par exemple... Aïe, 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 d'accord. Rapide. Utilisez la compétence de subterfuge 10 fois. Putain, mais c'est chaud. Séduisant, manipulation... Mais je peux pas faire ça tout le temps, si. Ok, moi, il faut que je maîtrise l'occulte. Comment je peux savoir lesquels sont en occulte et lesquels sont... À moins que ce soit des talents juste random pour tout le monde, en fait. Donc il faut... Là, je me dis, il faut que j'ai 7 points pour avoir ça. Et psychologie max. Ok. Ok, je vais voir le reste plus tard. Journaux.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Mauras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island, and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Oh là 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 là. Compétences. Les compétences vous donnent accès à des choix et des actions uniques en échange de points d'effort. Plus le niveau de compétence est élevé, moins le coût d'effort est élevé. Oh non. Bon bah je peux pas. Bon bah...
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Manipulation de niveau 1, difficulté 0. Attends, mais je peux pas dépenser des points du coup? Je comprends pas. Alors, je vais essayer ça, mais je suis pas sûre de ce que je fais. Hein. Tu vas bien gentiment me donner le mouchoir. Vraiment, j'ai l'impression d'être dans un JDR. Le gars, il fait... Tu peux lui demander de donner gentiment le mouchoir. Et moi, je suis en mode... Ah ouais, tiens, c'est une bonne idée, ça. Vas-y, je vais faire ça. Quel enfer. Oh, je vais essayer, c'est pour le lol.
Pass me the handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Are you refusing to give me my own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your master, she's gone missing. And you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I have been such an idiot. Here you are.
Donne la mâchoire. Voilà. Bisous.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is.
Bah, les lettres.
Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Bah, les lettres. Elle a déposé un courrier. Je pense, hein.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
J'ai pas de lettres pour moi. Ah, SRD. Attends.
Samuel Ritter d'Auchois. Mother, you test me even when you're not here. It's an anagram of Louis Mauras de Richet. You wanted to write to me then.
Let's go.
Let's see what's inside this letter.
Let's go.
So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? What are these strange turns of phrase? Never heard you speak like that. What's going on here? That you write to me under a pen name, okay. But here you go even further, by trying to avoid raising any suspicions should anyone else read it. I wonder if this Godoy is the person you came looking for. Think! Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Non, ah c'était un politicien. Bon. Ça ne me revient pas. Donc, mais Manuel Godoy a une marque. Et cette marque devrait, du coup, m'envoyer quelque part. Okay.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Aha. Ok. Ok. Bon.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Ouais. Ouais. Ah. Ah.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Oh. Je peux crocheter la serrure. On va utiliser la barre de fer. Let's go.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Bon, on va crocheter la serrure, j'ai compris.
There we are.
Ah. Ouais, on va tout de suite aller bouffer de la gelée royale, hein. Ah. Allez, voilà, parfait.
Great. Honey, this looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
Ah mais oui, mais c'est les...
Just like in my vision.
Ouais, dans ta vision, ouais.
And none of it's telling me anything useful. This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Ah.
The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of the dock.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
Ah, donc elle a utilisé la barre en fer justement pour... Fragment d'ambre. Ah.
A fragment of amber.
Ouais, parfait. Ok, on peut rien faire d'autre. Mais...
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
À mon avis, dans les cailloux, hein, directement. C'est pas censé être la porte de l'enfer de Rodin par hasard? Par gros hasard.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Richet, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. Durant une confrontation, vous devez franchir des étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire. N'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. Chaque confrontation affiche une interface indiquant à quel point votre interlocuteur est convaincu. Aïe aïe aïe, je suis pas hyper bon, hein. Je suis pas là, mais je suis pas. Oh là, excusez-moi, j'ai ouvert, j'ai ouvert mes documents sur mon PC. Ok.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together.
Excusez-moi,
What
j'étais
do
en
you
train
do
de voir-
exactly?
J'ai pas regardé. Hein, quoi? Hein? Vous disiez travailler ensemble. Collectionneur d'art et merde. Activité confidentielle, difficulté 3, OMG. Faisons partie de l'ordre doré, secret professionnel. Notre activité reste confidentielle. Bah oui, mais si je dis secret professionnel, lui aussi va dire que la lettre c'est un secret professionnel. Donc du coup, il va dire non. Après, l'ordre doré, est-ce que c'est vraiment si secret que ça, le Golden Order? Ah, je sais pas, j'ai envie de... Parce que si je dis que je suis partie de l'ordre doré, il va dire ah oui, je sais pas tenir un secret, donc il va toujours pas me donner la lettre. Donc c'est chiant. Soit je lui dis que c'est un secret et je pense qu'il me fait confiance et il me donne la lettre parce que je vais pas trahir un secret. Soit je lui montre que je suis important, mais du coup je déballe tout. Vas-y, activité confidentielle.
Be it mother or myself, our motto has always been discretion in all things, and to promise to never betray a word of honor. Was your secret safe with mother? It will be even more so with me.
You have convinced me. The mystery with which your mother manages her business proves that she carries your motto close to her heart. Your words seem sincere, my son.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dans sa main? Prétendre que je n'en veux pas?
Listen, you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find her? You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Let's not exaggerate, Your Eminence. I have no other information at this time. It's probably nothing.
Oops.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confrontation, dernière étape. Vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donnez une bonne... Attends, si je donne une mauvaise réponse à la confrontation, à la dernière étape de la confrontation, elle se répétera jusqu'à ce que je donne une bonne réponse ou que je sois à court de maladresse. Elle se répète si j'échoue, d'accord.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Richet. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Éléments cachés. De nombreux objets et indices sont cachés. Certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur les déroulement du jeu. N'hésitez donc pas à les explorer. Donc ça veut dire... T'as juré de pas, mais tu vas le faire. Ok, moi ça me va. Où est-ce que je peux les lire? Oh là là, j'ai envie de tout explorer. Oula. Oh, le nombre d'indices artistiques qu'il doit avoir dans ce jeu doit être exponentiel. Attends, je vais revoir la porte là. Ouais, c'est ça. Hein. Ouais, c'est ça. C'est bien la porte de l'enfer, effectivement, de Monsieur Rodin. Très très cool. Qui est visible à Paris d'ailleurs aussi. Très très chouette. Le nombre de détails au centimètre carré de cette porte est un peu astronomique. Alors. Ah mais en fait je peux retourner dehors si j'ai envie. Ah.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Oui, enfin, il a pris une porte qui lui appartenait pas, quoi. Oh la vache. Oh là 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 là. En fait, il s'est fait un musée du Louvre à lui tout seul, en fait. Il s'est créé son petit Paris à lui tout seul. En même temps, quand tu vis sur une île loin de tout, autant faire venir les choses vers toi, j'ai envie de dire. Ok. Bien, bien, bien. Oh là là, toutes les statues doivent être...
Maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests first.
Ah bon, d'accord. Comment ça, j'ai pas le droit de faire ce que je veux dans un jeu vidéo? Eh oh. Ok. Ça, je peux pas encore, c'est... Interdiction. D'accord. Est-ce que... Je vais me bouffer une autre gelée royale, hein. Voilà.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Ok. Ouais, j'ai mis les ombres en tout petit parce que c'était pas ouf pour le stream, sinon mon PC il est pas si fort que ça. Les manuscrits permettent de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure. À chaque début de quête, vous pouvez choisir vos lectures et gagner des points de compétences permanents. Ah bon? Putain, il y a beaucoup de choses là. Comment je fais du coup? Il s'appelle quand même Plutarque, hein. Les 9 livres de l'archidoxe magique. Ok. L'un des nombreux ouvrages... Attends, 1526, l'un des nombreux ouvrages de ce maître en alchimie, Paracels. D'accord. Qui consacre son érudition et son esprit ouvert à une meilleure compréhension du monde. Ah, il a donné son nom au symbole du zinc. Ah. D'accord. Oh, la musique. Ouais. D'accord. Donc. Emily Hillsborrow. C'est vraiment, j'ai l'impression que son visage a été fait sur Eva Green. Enfin, c'est très perturbant. Donc c'est une duchesse anglaise proche de la couronne d'Angleterre. Elle est discrète. Emily n'a paru sur la scène politique anglaise qu'après son mariage, que certains qualifièrent de mariage d'intérêt, avec un vieil aristocrate anglais sur le déclin. Oui, bon, bah jusqu'à là, bon. Libertaire, moderne mais discrète, elle prit sur elle de tisser rapidement des liens avec ses pairs. En quelques années, elle devint la diplomate préférée de la reine. Ah, elle est diplomate. Alors attendez. Ce qui motiva probablement son premier ministre, William Pitt, à la prendre comme conseillère particulière, provoquant ainsi beaucoup de suspicions et de jalousie. Ah! Habituée des lieux, Emily répond à l'invitation de Sir Gregory Holm pour rejoindre l'île de Mortimer car rien ne lui ferait manquer l'une de ces fameuses réceptions. Donc attendez. Elle est diplomate, hein, c'est ça? Ok, diversion, ça marchera peut-être pas sur elle. Ni la politique, ni la conviction, ni l'étiquette. Ça veut dire qu'avec elle, je dois... du coup, enfin, si le jeu marche comme ça, j'imagine, les contre-chems, ce serait l'érudition, parler beaucoup et manipuler... Manipuler, ouais. Les subterfuges aussi. Et il y a peut-être la logique, être vigilant, l'interrogatoire, ok. La psychologie. Enfin, je sais pas, j'imagine.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Mauras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Eh merde.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Lorsque le temps est imparti, une réponse est donnée automatiquement. Ok.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Oui, mais je pourrais toujours lui parler après, non? We are hackers. Oh man. Ah, mon dieu, je suis obligée. Oh mon dieu, je suis obligée. Je suis obligée. Et non pas parce que je suis méga fan de la comédie musicale Hamilton, mais je suis obligée quand même.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
D'accord.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Ah, politique, j'ai pas. Affaire occulte, l'ordre doré.
My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truth from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Est-ce que le reste de l'ordre est au courant? Si sa mère avait quitté l'île... Non, elle n'a pas quitté l'île. Je trouve que c'est pas possible qu'elle ait quitté l'île, il y avait trop de choses à faire ici. Si elle avait quitté l'île, on n'aurait jamais été invité en fait.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Madame?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted.
Ah oui.
The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Oh, tous les trucs que je manque, c'est insupportable. C'est frustrant, tous les trucs qu'on manque. Hein. Mais par contre, je voulais cliquer sur les tableaux, mais j'ai l'impression que j'ai pas bien fait. Oh.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
C'est les chiottes.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Bon.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ouvrir sans décacheter. Mais bien sûr.
So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Pourquoi est-ce que j'ai ça dans ma chambre? Est-ce que vous pensez que dans le jeu, si jamais je prends un autre trait au début du jeu, est-ce que vous pensez que les tableaux changent? Je suis pas sûre d'aimer la déco. Hein. C'est pas comme si on pouvait... C'était pas comme si je ne pouvais pas prétendre que les tableaux n'étaient pas là, puisque ça fait littéralement tout le mur. Par contre, il aurait pu mettre les tableaux qui correspondent exactement à l'espace dédié, non?
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
D'accord. Un peu d'histoire de l'art.
The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Ben, parce que peut-être que la copie est à Rome. T'as un Caravage à sa maison, quoi.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Ouais, comment ça se fait que ce tableau-là soit chez nous? Je me souvenais pas de ça dans les let's play des gens.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Ah! Décapite bien. Décapite net. Eau de Mélisse. Octroie un effet de concentrer. Votre prochaine utilisation de compétences est gratuite. Oh!
Carmelite water.
Ah! Ah, donc quand j'utilise 4 consommables, Mais oui, mais attends, mais c'est du miel. De quoi je peux pas utiliser du miel pour me ressourcer? Comment ça, intoxiquer? Attends. Attends. Élixir d'or, oui c'est ça. Des altérations négatives. Vas-y, on peut utiliser ça maintenant.
Golden Elixir. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ouais. De toute façon, on a traversé la porte des enfers de base, hein, donc... bonsoir. On a vu sur les chambres des gens. Oh là là, petit citronnier sur le balcon, ça fait plaisir. Bonjour. Allô. Ok. Non mais... Par contre, c'est abusé. C'est abusé de rentrer sur le balcon des gens comme ça, là. Bonsoir. Ah! Je voulais pas faire ça. Bon, d'accord. Ah, j'ai pas trouvé tous les indices sur les quais. Ah bon? Il y avait un livre sur les quais? Non, je suis deg. J'aurais pu rejoindre Sir Holmes dans le petit salon, j'aurais pu faire une rencontre inattendue. Ah oui, la dame qui l'a... Oui, d'accord. Oh non, j'ai raté un livre sur les quais, je suis deg. Ok, épisode 1 fait. Bon. Et ben en vrai, je pense que pour YouTube, ça peut être pas mal de dire qu'on s'arrête à là, en vrai. Hein. C'est cool. Ouais, ça va être le premier épisode de YouTube, je pense, sur The Council. Ben merci beaucoup, YouTube, si tu nous as suivis jusque-là. Ce qu'on propose, c'est que YouTube, on se retrouve du coup au prochain chapitre. Des bisous YouTube. Bisous bisous.